Hi everyone and welcome. It's Lauren here from Acting Classes in Perth. This is so exciting. I'm so excited because this is episode number 30. 30 episodes all week. We've been going for a month. Can you believe it? It's just amazing. I'm loving it. I'm so loving all these questions you've sent in to us already. Thank you so much. This is episode number 30 of the Acting Classes in Perth, Your Questions Answered Daily Show. The show where I sit down here at 7 p.m. every single day and answer your acting related questions here on Facebook Live and simultaneously on YouTube Live. Now, a huge thank you and a big shout out if you are joining us here. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you here. Give us a big thumbs up, ask a comment, whatever you would like. Maybe throw a hello out, or if you have a question you'd like us to answer in a future show, please leave it in the comment section. Now, today's question comes in from Chawa, and a huge congratulations to Chawa because I believe Chawa has been featured on this program more than anyone else. Huge congratulations to you, Chawa. If you know Chawa, give him a big thumbs up, give him a smiley face, tag him, something like that. Hey, I think it's time to roll the intro, and then we can jump straight into Chawa's question for today. So, let's roll the intro. Blip, 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 blip. Intro beginning now. Alrighty, so today's question does come in to us from Chawa. Chawa, can you please ask your question?
My question is, how often do actors need to do ADR or voiceovers in post-production?
Chawa, thank you very much, man. A great question. Now, first of all, I think we need to actually just explain what ADR is, first of all. So ADR means or stands for Automated Dialogue Replacement. Now, that happens when you might be shooting on location, and you have a lot of wind, or you're near the beach and so there's a lot of waves, or maybe someone's mowing their lawn. Basically, you get poor sound quality. It's not sharp, crisp, good sound quality. We're picking up a lot of background noise. So what we do is then in post-production go in and we get the actor to basically revoice their dialogue to lip sync and match the dialogue that they have in that scene, right? So we call that automated dialogue replacement. They do it through looping the footage, and then what they do is they'll have enough in a proper sound studio or recording studio where it's beautiful, crisp audio. The sound editors then take those sentences and they match them to the video. Now, sometimes they'll actually splice word for word that you've done in ADR to match the actual vision, because sometimes the delivery of that ADR may not perfectly match the lip sync, right? And so the sound editor will come in and they might have to cut certain words and or splice to match the actual visual. So that's very common as well. Something that also happens on location sometimes, or more specifically, I should say, in a sound stage when you're shooting, is we sometimes shoot what's called wild lines. Now, wild lines are when you take a bit of time at the end of a scene and the sound department has filmed or recorded the audio of Atmos. So usually this happens in low budget filmmaking. So they get the Atmos, which is the atmosphere of the room, and they might record that for 2 or 3 minutes. Everyone stands still, so that then they can cut that into and underlay that under the dialogue, and it takes out a lot of the clips and punches and the cuts of the audio between shots, right? So they will record the Atmos. Then they'll record this thing called wild lines. And wild lines are basically the actor or the actors doing their lines, but without any movement. Everyone's nice and still, and they just try to deliver the same performance solely for dialogue. Okay, so then that can save them in post-production having to sometimes do ADR. And I would always encourage a first-time filmmaker, independent filmmaker, low-budget filmmaker, student filmmaker to do wild lines because it's a heck of a lot easier than having to reschedule back in an actor to do ADR. It's a whole lot easier in terms of budget because you don't have to get a lot more gear. You don't have to book a sound recordist and a sound studio to record your audio later on. You're doing it all there. So we absolutely encourage low-budget student filmmakers, first-time filmmakers, to do wild lines at the end of their scene. And then on top of that, you have a voiceover, and voiceover is quite separate, right? So voiceover is a bit of, I guess, a quick and easy way for the filmmaker to provide exposition to the story. And in fact, it's a very poor filmmaking technique in which one of the characters is telling their thoughts, feelings, or what's happening to the audience purely through audio while maybe there's a montage or something happening on screen, right? So that's a voiceover. We tend not to do voiceovers through drama or through a narrative format because it is, like I said, a very poor filmmaking experience. We would rather show you rather than tell you when it comes to a narrative format. Well, Chawa, to come back to your actual question, now that we've explained it and what ADR is, how common will an actor need to do ADR and also voiceovers? Well, voiceovers, I would say probably very, very rarely. However, ADR, look, if it's a low-budget film or a student film, probably not much, and I would encourage them to do some wild lines, right? If it's a high-budget project, you are probably going to do a lot of looping, a lot of ADR to give the sound department and the sound editors and the post-sound mix the best chance of having the best audio available for the final project. And they've got the high budget, they've got the money to spend, and often they'll contract you as part of your job to come back and do ADR in a few weeks, months time for them to actually have the best and most choices available to them in that post-production period. So low budget filmmaking, not much, maybe some here or there. High budget filmmaking, a lot of ADR tends to take place. Well, thank you so much, Chawa. This was an awesome question. If you liked it, then I would love for you to help Chawa out. Click the share button right now. Help out your fellow actor. If you are watching us here on Facebook, be sure to like and follow our page. If you're watching us on YouTube, then click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That'll keep you updated with all the new videos as they come out. If you're listening to us on iTunes, well, click the subscribe button and we will keep you updated with new episodes as they become available. Thank you so much again for joining us tonight. I'm going to see you again tomorrow at 7 p.m. for another awesome question answered by me. I'm Lauren Johnson. This is Acting Classes in Perth. This is your daily show. Until I see you again soon, stay safe and like always, happy acting.